A teammate, a member of the same team, one who shares the same goals and is working with you in order to achieve them. That'll come in handy later on. Let me introduce to you Mr. Paul, who is playing his Tier 10 German light tank, the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen, on this new map, Hinterland, in a grand battle. And I would just want to say hello and welcome to everyone in Mr. Paul's class or lecture. Mr. Paul is a teacher or a lecturer. I know he's a smart guy and he teaches people things, and he has used my videos in the past to help his classes. So good morning or good afternoon, class. I guess we better learn something in this video then. And I've watched a lot of Mr. Paul's replays, and I've realized that you can learn a lot from watching him play. And I want you to really watch. Not the little specifics like did he turn left, did he shoot that guy, did he go to this certain position. Not the little things. I'm talking about the step back so that you can see the forest, not just the tree. It's the grandiose everything of it, so to speak. But Mr. Paul, okay, this is what we're going to learn. Like he's moved right up there, and he's already taken a shot, and he's already lost half his HP. He's driving around. He's doing things that maybe you wouldn't do in this game. You may even consider his move here reckless. You may be laughing at him. Haha, you've already lost half your HP. You maybe would be too scared to pull the maneuver that he just did. And that's the first thing that I've learned from Mr. Paul is just do it. Just try. Well, I think he realized, well, you know, this is just a game. I'm going to go out there and try. 85% of success is just showing up. 15% of the time, a set of circumstances just hands you success. But 85% of the time, you actually have to try. You have to show up. In this game, you have to drive around and actually try and do something. And he did drive around, and he tried to do something. It didn't work out very well. Oh well. Now he's going to go try somewhere else. It's the same in life. Should you apply for that job? Maybe you won't get it. Should I ask that girl out on a date? Maybe she'll laugh at me and she won't. She'll say no, and she'll tell all her girlfriends, and I'll be the laughingstock of the whole school, and then all the girls will think I'm a loser. Should I start that project? What if I can't finish it? 85% of success is just showing up, and he certainly showed up. It didn't work out though, Mr. Paul. You kind of showed up in the wrong spot, but now he's going somewhere else. He's driving somewhere else, which is point number 2. And that is to reassess. It's simple. Just look around, reassess every now and then, and see how things are going. And if it's not going very well, well, try something else. If you open that ice cream shop up in Alaska where it's cold 11 months out of the year and no one's buying ice cream, you know, reconsider and open a hot chocolate shop. When you asked that girl out on a date and she just laughed at you, she looked at the funny pants you're wearing and went, no thanks. Well, go ask her friend out. Maybe her friend likes your funky jeans. You never know. And number 3, you've got to rely on yourself and have confidence in your own moves. I never see Mr. Paul pinging the map or raging at someone else or blaming someone else for the way the game's going, which is just a way of distracting yourself from achieving victory. Remember the definition of teammate? Mr. Paul understands the definition of a teammate because he is one. Now, if you do not whine and whinge and complain and blame, if you actually try your best, win or lose, you'll be considered a good team player. The one thing everyone hates is a whining, whinging blamer. You know, the guy that's constantly telling everyone else on the team that they're doing it wrong. The guy that knows everything. He's giving out all the instructions. He's always upset. Everyone else is getting in the way of him having a good game. If only everyone else was doing things differently, then his outcome would be better. You know, the guy that believes that everyone is always in his way. He has a God-given right of achieving everything he wants. And it's because everyone else is in his way that he can't. It's always everyone else's fault. Unfortunately, these type of people often rise to important positions in the corporate world today. Maybe that's why almost everyone hates their job. Could be a good topic for the next lecture. Next time Mr. Paul sends me a video, we'll have to discuss that topic in more detail. And there's one more thing, number 4. Don't do anything stupid. Now, that may sound stupid in itself, but given the first 3 points, just do it, look around you and reassess, and have confidence in yourself. Somehow, given those 3, people end up doing stupid things anyway. And I'm not sure what it is, what causes it, but you have to just take a deep breath sometimes. And after all your analysis and everything you've observed, and when it comes time to make a decision, just in the back of your mind, always have that, well, don't do anything stupid. And here's Mr. Paul. There's a couple of enemies there, and he's toyed with the idea of going in to fight them. And he's realized, well, I better not do anything stupid. And if you'll notice, if you've been watching the game, that's exactly what he's done. He distracted those enemies by flirting with the temptation to go and engage them, getting them to the point where they were completely focused on him, and then his platoon mate there with the Italian auto-loading tank that can do 10 times as much damage as him, jumped in there and took out the IS-7. Teammate, a member of the same team, one who shares the same goals and is working with you in order to achieve them. That's what those two guys just did. All right, so let's see what's going on now. Obviously, Mr. Paul has reassessed now. They had that little engagement, and he's gone somewhere else. He's just doing it. Okay, let's watch here. So, is he going to try and... he did not penetrate that, and he's backing up. He's reloading. He's got this ability to constantly reassess and show up in places in the map where the enemies don't expect him. And this is a new map. Did I mention that? This is Hinterland. So no one's an expert on this map yet. I've never played on it. I bet most of you have never played on it. So when you see this guy driving around, it looks like he knows where he's going. But he probably has no clue where... he's never been to half the spots. But there is this thing called information that's available to everyone, and in this game it's most of the information is captured on this mini map, which is the bottom. Do you guys even have your mini maps on when you play this game? Look how big it is on the screen there. I make it this size when I show the videos. If you guys play with the map smaller than that, it's like driving around in your car with wearing someone else's prescriptions glasses so that you can't see. It's not going to work out very well. Like, look around. You may not know the map, but just here's the thing I do, and I think Mr. Paul does this as well on the minimap. He's just pulled up behind the C-100. Look at the minimap. You don't have to know all the little spots and all the little nooks and crannies. What you have to... and he's going to shoot this guy up the ass. Look, okay, we got to take a break here, and we got to count how many times he can shoot the C-100. Oh, he's taking a big hit! And he's going... who shot him? He's... okay. A little bit of World of Tank fun here. Hey, 100. That's 4 times up the ass. He hasn't turned around yet, the 100. Point number 1. 85% of success is just showing up. And Mr. Paul showed up. And oh, look, there's another one. Okay, well, while he farms the next Muppet. Is it a Muppet? Let's just check. Yes, it is. It does not even know he's here. Look at the spot he's in. Anyways, he's going to kill this Muppet while I it's just so funny. Okay. I was talking about the minimap. We actually have to learn something here. It's not all fun and games. Wait a minute. What was I saying? The minimap. The information. When I look at the map, look at the map, guys. Everyone sees something different. It's like art. You get 2 people at the museum and you're looking at a piece of art. And the one guy says, it looks like a blotch with like a stripe through it. Like, how the hell you sell that for so much? That's what one guy sees. And the other guy sees, gets tingles down his spine. The hairs on the back of his neck are sticking up. He goes, I've never seen such a beautiful butterfly in my whole life. We see different things when we observe the same thing. Mr. Paul is looking at the mini-map here, and what I see... look at the green dots and the purple dots. And look at the distribution of them. You see, he's moved into a position now where the green dots outnumber the purple dots. There's a guy over there that it looks like his team is going to overrun. He's moved into a position of strength on his team where he can help. Do you see that? And now there's someone pinging the locations of other people. He's constantly moving into positions where he can come across an enemy, but at the same time, he will have support from his teammates. He never ventures out out of range or alone or without support or in the middle of nowhere. He's always looking at the green dots. You know, look at the green dots. Where can I go so that my fellow teammates, I can help them and they can help me. That's how you win. You've all played the game and had the guy that rushes to one particular spot where none of the team is there, and he rushes there and starts calling help, 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 and immediately dies and then blames everyone. Teammate, a member of the same team, one who shares the same goals and is working with you in order to achieve them. Now think about that. So anyways, here he is in the middle. Look at the green dots. You see he's got some green dots to the northwest of him, to the southeast of him. He's kind of in the middle and he's in cover. And he's just poking around, slowly working on the enemies. You notice his team, the green dots, have moved to the west and now are heading south. Whereas on the east side, the IS-7 has been sitting there beside the artillery for a long time. Their team is pushing that kind of west side and moving south. So that's where he's going. He's going to move into a position here where maybe he can spot someone for his team. See, he doesn't know the map. He's just looking around. Maybe this is a good bush right here. He's not, oh, he sees some enemies there. He's not sure whether he should stop. He's constantly looking around. Now he sees a guy there. It's a K91, and more importantly, it's a full HP K91, so he does not want to engage him, but he knows where he is now. It's always a balance on where do you go and what do you do, depending on where your teammates are. But now that the enemy ranks have been thinned out, most of the players are dead. It's a little safer to move ahead of your teammates. And look at his team now. They're kind of making a push towards the south. This is basically a tie game. Now he spotted someone. Look at the last known positions of the enemies on the map. He knows where that K91 is. He knows where the Badger was last located. And now he's moving in here and getting some... Oh, and he spotted someone else. He's taking out the artilleries. This is fortuitous. Fortuitous. That's I think that kind of means this. It's it's fortunate. If I were British, I would use the word fortuitous. But I did use the... I'm not British. But, you know, I try to add spice and pizzazz to my commentaries. But the being fortuitous is a direct result of just doing it. 85% of success is just showing up. And he showed up and he spotted the artilleries. And, well, 2 of them are gone. So now they're winning. And look at this. He's going to try and shoot this Badger. Yes, nice shot. They're going to take out the Badger as well. There you go. They've got the Badger. And it's, what's the score? It's hard to tell the score here in these 7%, 3%. I think they're losing. Are they losing? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. It's a close game and it's near the end. Oh, he spotted. That's a very important piece of information. You see that? He poked that hill and he spotted, which I would think that it means that K91 is close. And he's very low on HP, so he does not want to poke that hill again. There's no bushes there. That K91 is probably there somewhere. You don't see him, but he was detected. So where is that? He's going, or he's going to try these bushes up on this little knoll to try and spot him. There he goes. He's just poking. He's waiting. And pulls back. Was he detected? Was he detected? No, but his friend just got shot. Did you notice that? His platoon mate just took a hit and is pinging the map. Oh, and he's spotted. So where is that guy? There he is. Look where he is. He was hiding the whole time, and he's taking out he's taking out his teammate. He's got a shot into him. And this is not, oh boy, now he's going to have to face this K91 who's almost full HP. He's a one-shot. The whole game comes down to this encounter. What is going to happen here? He's keeping the house in between him and that enemy. He's bounced a shot. Oh boy, this could be it. This could be the game. It could all be over. All his work for nothing. Look, oh boy, there's nothing he could do but run away. What he needs now is a teammate. A teammate, a member of the same team, one who shares the same goals and is working with you in order to achieve them. Does he have any teammates? He's got a T-62A there. He's just, on the T-62A, he took a shot. Stay out of the line of fire. Keep going. Does he have another teammate? Is there another team? Oh, the T-62A took another shot. Is there another teammate in the house? Is there another teammate that can help? No, T-62A, it might be time for you to put your big boy pants on and move. Try and get... Is there another teammate? Is there anyone out there that can help? The artillery comes through and takes him out. And Mr. Paul bobs and weaves and avoids his way to victory. Let's look at the post-game stats here. And I just want to say this concludes today's class. And I thank you for inviting me into your classroom. Hopefully we've learned something today. I know that most of you sitting there probably don't play video games. You're probably thinking your teacher's pretty weird. He plays video games. Like he's kind of a geek. He teaches and then he goes home and sits in front of the computer and plays video games. But we can learn something. You can learn something from just about anything related to life. And I expect all of you to subscribe to my channel here and leave a comment if you're in Mr. Paul's class. What you learned. That's your homework. Subscribe to my channel and leave a comment and let me know what you learned in today's lesson.